Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to show and tell number 121, I believe. I checked it this morning, and now I'm not quite sure what number it is. So I am filming this on Thursday, so this should hopefully go up today. I am going to try to film at least something short, kind of discussing how I built my cleaning routine, cleaning schedule, and help walk you guys through the three things that I use to build my, or the three schedules I use to help build my schedule. And maybe that'll help those of you guys who have asked how to plan building your own schedule. That will hopefully go up either Saturday or Tuesday. It depends on how the rest of the day goes and how the weekend starts to go. I do have quite a few plans for the next couple days, so I'm going to be pretty busy. Saturday kicks off the Charlotte yarn crawl for the next week. So Saturday, we're going to be going to Davidson, Denver, and Huntersville to the yarn shops there. And then sometime during next week, I will go to Waxhaw and 2 in Charlotte, and I'm not sure where that 7th shop is. Until I get the passport, I really can't really plot out everything, but there is a 7th store that I'm planning on going to. So I have shown you guys what I bought at Charlotte Yarn before. It's watermelon color yarn, and I got the one that looks like lightning bugs. I got that from them. I've mentioned how many times I go by Tangles and just see what Elizabeth has in stock there. That's my shop in Waxhaw. But I have not been to any of the other stores yet. One of them was a vendor at the Southern Comforts Yarn Market, or Fiber Market. So I'm very excited to go see them again. They're the ones that had the Queen of Hearts colorway that I said I was about to go ahead and buy until I got my Southern Skeins box. So there are a couple other things I was eyeballing when I saw them at the Fiber Market, so I might be making a purchase there too. So I am just unabashedly going to buy what I like, participate in the yarn crawl, and have the time of my life. I'm just planning on enjoying it. Troy has set aside the first half of Saturday to tote me around because I don't drive a lot in town. I don't like driving in unfamiliar places. I get very anxious and very nervous. I used to not be a nervous driver, but after a couple car accidents, I became a nervous driver. So, yeah, that's the thing. So Saturday, we're going to go to at least the Davidson, Denver, and Huntersville stores. Those are all north of where I live. They're north of Charlotte. And then the ones that are up and down Highway 16, I can easily get to on my own. I know where those are. So I will be doing shopping. I will be doing chatting. Hopefully I will have pictures to share with you guys next week. I don't know if that'll be Tuesday's video or Saturday's video, or Thursday's video or Saturday's video next week. It just depends on how the timing falls and what footage I take, what footage I don't take, what I have to share. So we're going to play that by ear too. I'm trying to not put plans on myself and make myself turn this into work because as much as I enjoy making content, I enjoy crafting and I enjoy just enjoying the stuff too. So I'm pretty excited. I've gotten caught up on most of my housework. I've got a lot of things, fall and winterized around here. I don't normally spring clean. I fall clean because I take down all my normal decor and put up fall decor, then Halloween decor, extra fall decor, and then Christmas decor. So this is the time where the house is in transition. It's actually easier for me to do the deep cleaning that you don't think about doing, like the top of the bookcases, because I'm up there changing floral arrangements and stuff. I'm a horrible decorator. That's why there's no oh, look at how I decorated my house. No. Other than seasonal decor, I am a horrible home decorator. So there's no oh, we're going to do a home tour. I do still plan on sharing my pantry reorganization. I wanted to make sure everything in there worked properly. I will probably try to set up an Amazon storefront before I do that because there were quite a few things that I purchased from Amazon for very specific reasons, and not to just make money on it, but it does help me consolidate all of the things into one place. I can easily send you guys if you're interested in purchasing the things that I purchase. So it's not so much for any of the Amazon affiliate kickback things for that, but it does make it infinitely easier for me to send you to one place instead of having to tag 25 different links for items for things, for stuff like that. And some of the things that I used in the pantry, I also use here in the craft room. So when I do that, I will also share that information as well. So just some housekeeping here about the channel right here up front. Let's get on to what you really came for. First off, I am running way behind on paper crafting. I'm going to be honest, it's been very, very difficult to get down here and work. I don't normally work down here in isolation when Troy's home. Troy's been on the road quite a bit since things went sideways in 2020. And so when he's here, I enjoy spending time with him. So I really have found it very hard to get down here to finish Halloween cards that I started back in May. And we're about to start seeing a real push because I still haven't started my Christmas cards yet. But I do have some that are finished. I sat down with my Cricut and did some front embellishments. Instead of stamping them all, I did some cut and print embellishments. And on the inside, I am stamping my inside little things. These were all using a paper pack that I got from Hobby Lobby 2 years ago, I think. And it was an 8x7. I think I got over 100 cards, or an 8x11. I think I got over 100 cards from that paper pad. So that'll be more than enough to do my friends and family list. I probably will not do channel friends or not many channel friends or subscribers for this holiday season, just because I'm so far behind. I have a couple left over from last year, but it's just been bonkers. So these are the ones that I have done. I have 8 of the first 2 and one with this style. This was a scrappy card. And all of my insides are decorated like normal. And I have little things on the back, my little washi tapes. I have my envelopes done. So I have my first little stack. Yeah, my family is huge. Just as people have gotten married and stuff. And then when I married Troy's family, you know, he's one of 7 kids. So we got a big family. And everybody's got kids and they're adults and doing their adult things. And so the card list gets pretty heavy just with family. I sneak peeked what was in my bag. If you follow me on Instagram, my handle's down below. I did share that I have started my Southern Skeins project. I added in the second ball last night. This is the Easy Goes It shawl in DK weight. It is a free pattern. Now, it is kind of hard to see on camera, obviously, because of the variegated yarn where the patterning is. But we have, well, it's probably also hard to see because I'm showing you the backside. We have this section right here, which has some stockinette stitch with garter stitch rows, kind of breaking it up. In person, you can actually see that. But it is a lot harder to see on screen. And then we have an eyelet section here. And this is a very basic shawl shape. It's not an unusual shawl shape. I think I've made this shape quite a few times over the years. You increase on one side, decrease on this side, and then increase on this side again. So it's a very, very simple, long scarf shape. This pattern is written to be used with 1 DK weight skein or 2 DK weight skein. So I am doing the larger one. I do like this pattern quite a bit. It's just a really easy, add a little bit of detail and dimension, but more or less it really lets the yarn do what the yarn does. And I am still loving this yarn. So super squishy, super duper squishy. I've had no like bleeding of the black on my fingers. That was one I was worried about. Black is such a very saturated color when you dye it. And I've noticed a lot of small batch dyers have a hard time setting the color black. And I mean, this isn't a slam against dyers. Black is just really hard to set. Sometimes red too. it can be very hard to get that color to set permanently. So I'm interested to see what this does when I soak it, but I'm not getting any rub off on my fingers, so I'm okay with that. The next thing I did is another witching hour shawl. I had 4 skeins of Woolies in Denim Mist, I think. And this is a navy blue and black marl, or navy and denim marl. It's kind of, I guess it's showing navy there. And I used 3 3/4 to make this. It is very, very large. Very wide. But I was thinking this would be cute with like... the problem when you raise your arms constantly and you wear fitted clothing. I was thinking this would be super cute with like a little white shirt and some blue jeans. I'm trying to come up with things that make it look like I actually care what I look like. There are a lot of days where I have to just run out and do things, and I don't want to get like super dolled up to run errands, but I want to be presentable enough. Like if I'm over by Troy's office, I can be like, hey baby, let's go out for lunch. So I'm trying to come up with pieces that I can kind of jazz up an outfit with and make it look a little bit more polished. I don't know. I spend a lot of time in basically sweatpants and oversized shirts. So I'm just trying to not look so disheveled all the time. I always laugh when people are like, oh, you're so put together. No, 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 no. I'm really not. I'm really not. Let's see. I popped out. I still have a whole bunch of the Royal Super Saver that I've been using. This is an open skein. It was open from when Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, and Karen over at Happiness is Homemade did their like make along that was like your something that identified your state. And I did that's like 3 years ago. I did a graph square of the South Carolina state flag with the palmetto tree in the blue background. So this has been open for 3 years. It's like the never-ending skein of yarn. I know it's one of the 7-ounce Super Saver super skeins, but still, like, it just won't end. So I did one of the corner-to-corner 10 by 10 squares. I did one of my 10-round granny squares. And I did a little 3-round granny, just goofing off the other day. I still have enough to do another 10-round granny square and probably another 10 by 10 corner to corner and probably another couple of the 3 rounds for my 4 patches. Now I do need some more solids for my 4 patches because I do have a lot of multicolor 4 patches right now. So that's probably not a bad thing. So Troy and I are in spoopy mode. Not that we don't watch horror movies year round and not that we don't, you know, whatever, but we're in spoopy mode. And we are coming off of having watched the Ash vs. the Evil Dead series. And we were kind of looking for something a little cheeseballs to watch again. So we decided to finally go back and watch the original Creepshow movies. Of course, my tea went down the wrong way. And while we were sitting there watching those, I must have gotten distracted when we watched the first one because I ended up with 2 rounds for my fall blanket that are wrong. I messed this one up. Where did I mess it up? I found it the other day. I thought it was the orange row. Oh, man. Now I can't find where I messed these up. Oh, okay. This one's messed up right here. You can see instead of being a doublet, it's a singlet. So I can't square that off to match up for my blanket. And this one, Oh, there it is. No? Yeah. I messed these two up. No? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That's where I messed it up. Those should have been doublets, but they're singlets. So these are finished objects. These will be fall coasters for us to we eat in front of the TV on the sofa because it's the two of us and why not be comfortable? Chillax. So these will be the fall coasters that we put our little plates on, our little trivets by the sofa. Anyway, I've got a bunch of finished squares done. Like I said, I did do some that were more solid with an outer circle. I'm just kind of, there's no rhyme or reason if I'm doing 1 row, 2 rows. I did set this up to where every solid has a different solid and outer, even though I do have 2 light browns that look very similar. One is very ashy and one's very warm. I really like this one. I don't know why, but I really do. We have the all orange with the boof. I was telling one of you guys, somebody said they look like sunflowers. And I said, that's funny because I did one specifically because they look like sunflowers. So this is I did a dark brown center with a green outline just because I could. Why not? That's the mustard with the tan. I think I've got, do I have 10 of these, 12 of these? I have another 3 circles done upstairs. Now I'm double checking my outer bands to make sure. I did finally write down how many clusters I should have after every round so I can double check as I go. But yes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. So I have 11 squares done. I had 6 last week. I think to get the size that I want, because 2 takes me there, I think I'm going to need at least 6 across. And if I want it to stretch across the sofa properly, I'm probably going to either need 6 or 7 rows. So I still have a way to go. I probably will stop at 42, double check how I'm feeling about that size, and then go from there. I'm not sure how I'm going to join these yet. I'll probably do like the Bella Coco join for these, just because it's a very easy slip stitch join and it gives a beautiful little flat texture. But I'll probably do a crochet join instead of sewing these together. But I want to wait until I have all the blocks done and I can lay them out, take a picture, pick them up by row, and double check my pictures. I'm putting the rows together because I don't want to have like all of the primarily brown and yellows in one row or something. I do want to disperse. Like I said, playing this by ear might end up kicking me in the rear at the end, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So I had breakfast with Erica over at the Lopsided Crafter the other day. We met at a restaurant over in Waxhaw, and she brought me a little gift. And of course I can't get it open. So this is, she got this from the Arkansas Yarn Company, Arkansas Knitter. But this is what it is. And that's what it looks like. My big old piece of hot pink skitty. So this is these are stitch holders. Oh, of course I pull, like the one I grab is the big long one. There is 1 60-inch and 2 30-inch cords in here. Oh, come on. I'm making a mess. I want to kink this. I don't know how bad it'll kink yet. So what this is this is a rubberized tube. And you slip your knitting needle into that center hole there. And you can slide all of your stitches off onto this. So if you're making a sweater, you can try it on and see how double check your fit as you're going. There's so many different versions of these out there, but it's a lot easier when you can just slide your stitches instead of either having to knit off onto something or run a string through all of your stitches and then run your needle all the way back through. Just being able to slip it a slide back and forth, definitely a lot easier. So thank you so much, Erica. Like I said the other day, now I kind of want to make a sweater. I want to knit a sweater. My sweater fiasco from last year is no longer grinding my gears. So I did crochet a couple sweaters this summer. But yeah, so there's that. I have been spinning some yarn. I did go ahead and start my pink and red variegated that I was talking about last week, and that's what this looks like. So far, that's my very first bobbin of that, and that is 100% merino and just mill-in scraps of roving. I've been doing some of the rainbow yarn on the Grumpy Old Man. The first one's Skipper's bobbins, and then this is Grumpy Old Man. So Grumpy and I are getting along just fine. He's very happy after having his bath, and now he's just like, you know, oil him and he's done. He's ready to go, gliding away. So I'm having fun. My cats don't like it that much because they can't sit on my lap when I'm doing it. So it's once again one of those things where I have to pick and choose when I'm doing it, but definitely enjoying it and having fun with it. I do have another picture to share with you guys. So I bought this coat rack the other day from Amazon, once again. And Amazon just makes things so much easier. I don't have to people. Anyway, I got this for my project bags. If you remember at my last house, I had the project bag wall. And I did lose some projects on that wall just because I couldn't see what was in the projects, or I'd hang something up and forget about it. But what I'm going to do with this is I bought some of those clip-on name tags, and I'm going to put index cards in there that says what the project is, what the hook or needle size is, and when I started it. So I can easily go back to this because I have been using bags to store things like my 10-round granny project, my 10 by 10, worsted weight corner to corners, my DK weight scrap corner to corner squares. So like I kind of need a place where I can hang those up and just go to one spot and start putting some of my projects up in bags, because I've been really bad about not bagging my projects recently and things are just becoming a mess. Now, part of that is I've been working on so many blankets the last couple months. I mean, all year it's been about blankets here. I'm doing the blankets for the kiddos in my family. I've been doing scrap gans to donate and use up, you know, the Red Heart and Impeccable that I have. I'm doing my fall blanket. You know, it's just been really blanket heavy the last year. So I really need to do better at corralling my smaller projects and really keeping those to where I can get to them, see them, and know what's going on. So I do have some yarn I need to bring downstairs that I had taken upstairs for specific projects that I'm no longer going to do immediately. So I need to bring those downstairs. That'll clean out the corner that's behind the door there in the picture. And I will put that coat rack up where one of those bags are. Now there is a blanket that needs to be started in one of those bags, so that's going to have to stay up there. But that'll clean up my corner over there, make it a little bit neater, and definitely a lot more accessible to the projects I have already started or am in the process of working on. So just trying to make crafting easier for me. I'm one of those people that really needs organization and a plan. So we'll see how this works. If it doesn't work, I need a coat rack in my kitchen. So it'll get moved to the kitchen. It's one of those, I wanted to try it out for this. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I have another purpose for it. So anyway, you guys, I hope that you are having a wonderful, fantastic week. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me via Instagram, or you can shoot me an email. Sometimes it does take me a little while to respond to emails. Sometimes it takes me a little while to respond to Instagram, but I'm human and I'm one people. I don't have people to do my peopling. I am one people doing my own peopling. So sometimes it does take me a little while to respond, but I do try to respond to all of my messages as I see them. Also, link down below, you will see my Facebook group. If you want to join, please answer the 3 questions and agree to our group rules, and I will be more than happy to approve you. However, I have been getting a lot of requests recently where none of the questions are being answered and people aren't agreeing to the group rules. There is one extra rule that's not a standard Facebook group rule, which is why I keep emphasizing you need to answer all 3 questions and agree to our group rules. Anyway, you guys, please take care. I love you. I will see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.